Understanding how your body processes different types of sugars is crucial for maintaining long-term metabolic health. While glucose and fructose are both simple sugars, they are metabolized in fundamentally different ways by your cells. Every single cell in your body is capable of utilizing glucose directly as a primary source of cellular energy. When you consume glucose, it enters your bloodstream, triggering the release of the key hormone insulin from your pancreas. Insulin acts like a key, opening your cells to allow glucose to enter and be burned for energy. Any excess glucose is stored in your muscles and liver as glycogen or converted into body fat for later. Fructose, on the other hand, is handled in a completely unique manner by your digestive and metabolic systems. Unlike glucose, the cells in your muscles, brain, and other organs cannot utilize fructose for energy directly. Instead, nearly 100% of the fructose you consume must be processed directly by your liver. This makes fructose metabolism look much more like the clearance of a toxin or alcohol than a nutrient. When a large amount of fructose reaches the liver, it quickly overwhelms the liver's metabolic capacity. The liver is forced to convert the excess fructose into fat through a pathway called de novo lipogenesis. De novo lipogenesis refers to the creation of new fat molecules directly from carbohydrates in the liver cells. Some of this newly created fat is exported into the bloodstream as very low-density lipoprotein, or VLDL. Elevated VLDL levels are a major contributor to high blood triglycerides, increasing your risk of cardiovascular disease. The fat that remains in the liver accumulates over time, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD, is a major modern epidemic affecting millions of children and adults globally. A fat-clogged liver becomes highly resistant to insulin, preventing it from regulating your blood sugar levels effectively. Insulin resistance in the liver causes it to continuously dump glucose into the bloodstream, even when fasting. This sets off a vicious cycle of rising insulin levels, increased fat storage, and eventual type 2 diabetes. The metabolic dangers of fructose are heavily compounded by how it bypasses the body's natural satiety signals. Glucose consumption stimulates the release of leptin, the hormone that signals to your brain that you are full. Glucose also suppresses ghrelin, the hunger hormone, helping you feel satisfied and stop eating after a meal. Fructose does not stimulate insulin or leptin release, nor does it suppress the production of hunger-causing ghrelin. This means eating foods high in refined fructose can lead to overeating because your brain never receives full signals. Fructose also consumes ADP, the primary energy currency of your cells, during its initial processing steps in the liver. This rapid depletion of cellular energy leads to the production of uric acid as a metabolic waste product. High levels of uric acid are a major driver of systemic inflammation, gout, and high blood pressure. Uric acid also directly inhibits nitric oxide production in your blood vessels, causing them to constrict and raise pressure. While fructose is naturally found in fresh fruits, it is not a major health concern in that context. Fresh fruit contains relatively small amounts of fructose, packaged alongside abundant water, vitamins, minerals, and dietary fibers. The fiber in whole fruit significantly slows down digestion, ensuring the liver receives fructose in slow, manageable amounts. The real health hazard comes from concentrated sources of industrial fructose, such as high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is widely used to sweeten soft drinks, fruit juices, bakery products, and processed foods. Liquid fructose in sodas is absorbed almost instantly, delivering a massive, sudden metabolic shock directly to your liver. To protect your liver and metabolic health, you should actively eliminate sugar-sweetened beverages from your diet. Read ingredient labels carefully, looking for hidden sugars like high fructose corn syrup, agave nectar, and crystalline fructose. Even natural-sounding sweeteners like agave nectar can contain up to 90% pure, concentrated fructose. Focus on consuming whole, single-ingredient foods that provide steady, sustained energy without overwhelming your liver. Prioritize non-starchy vegetables, high-quality proteins, healthy fats, and modest portions of low-sugar whole fruits. Regular physical activity is another powerful way to support liver health and improve systemic insulin sensitivity. Exercise helps burn fat stored within liver cells, reversing the early stages of fatty liver disease. Ensure you are getting adequate, restful sleep nightly, as sleep deprivation can worsen insulin resistance and cravings. Manage your chronic stress levels through mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, or regular walks in nature. High-stress hormones like cortisol can promote fat accumulation in the abdominal area and the liver. Remember that the liver is an incredibly resilient organ capable of remarkable self-healing and regeneration. By removing the burden of refined fructose, you give your liver the space to heal and restore function. Shift your dietary focus from calorie counting to the biological quality of the nutrients you consume daily. Your metabolic health is not just about weight, but the metabolic environment inside your vital organs. This information is for general educational purposes and should not replace professional medical advice or consultation. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new dietary or lifestyle intervention programs. Small, consistent daily decisions to reduce refined sugar will build a strong foundation for lifelong vitality. Choose water, herbal teas, or sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh lemon instead of sugary drinks. Your liver works quietly around the clock to filter your blood and manage your body's energy. Show your liver the respect it deserves by feeding it the clean, nutrient-dense fuel it needs. Invest in your metabolic health today to prevent chronic diseases and enjoy high energy for years. Educating yourself on the science of sugar is the first step toward reclaiming control of your health. Share this knowledge with your loved ones to help them make informed choices about their nutrition. By choosing whole foods, you align your diet with the evolutionary biology of your human body. A healthy liver is the cornerstone of a vibrant, active, and disease-resistant physical life. Take charge of your nutrition, recognizing the powerful impact of every meal on your cellular functions. The path to wellness is built on simple, whole foods that nourish without causing metabolic distress. Support your body's natural systems by avoiding the industrial ingredients that disrupt metabolic balance. Cultivate a lifestyle that values long-term health over the temporary pleasure of highly sweetened processed foods. Your cellular pathways will respond with improved clarity, consistent energy levels, and effortless weight management. Make the conscious decision to protect your liver, the master regulator of your metabolic engine. With patience and consistency, your body will reward you with resilience, strength, and vibrant health. Let science guide your kitchen choices, choosing the foods that support optimal liver and metabolic function. A clear understanding of fructose biology empowers you to navigate the modern food environment with confidence. Reclaim your metabolic vitality by choosing real, single-ingredient foods that support your liver and cellular health. Fructose metabolism is a clear example of why the quality of calories matters far more than quantity. A high intake of industrial sugar forces the liver to work under constant, inflammatory stress conditions. Over time, this chronic stress leads to the cellular damage that underpins metabolic syndrome. By choosing low fructose, high fiber options, you maintain the clean cellular environment your body thrives in. Your cells depend on you to provide the raw materials that support life, not disrupt it. Refined sugar is an evolutionary novelty that our metabolic machinery is simply not designed to handle. Return to the foods that sustained our ancestors: fresh vegetables, clean proteins, and natural whole fats. These traditional foods provide the complex matrix of nutrients that support balanced metabolic pathways. Avoid the colorful packages and marketing claims of the processed food industry, which often hide high sugar contents. Focus on the perimeter of the grocery store, where fresh, unpackaged whole foods are located. Prepare your meals at home using fresh ingredients to control exactly what goes into your body. Cooking is a powerful act of self-care that directly supports your liver and overall health goals. Emphasize the abundance of delicious, whole food options rather than focusing on dietary restriction or deprivation. Celebrate the natural flavors of real food, which will gradually reset your palate and reduce sugar cravings. By nurturing your liver, you secure the foundation